Lakers have had good luck drafting at 1 or 2. You get talent at those picks. ʟᴏᴜᴜᴜ, he panned out back in 1958. So did Jerry West, became the logo. Magic Johnson, an all-time great after he was the first pick overall in '79. Likewise, James Worthy in the Hall of Fame, picked 3 years later. More recently, D'Angelo Russell, now a member of the Brooklyn Nets, the second pick in 2015. Brandon Ingram was the second pick last year. Grade incomplete at this point. And Thursday night, Lonzo Ball joined that list when the Lakers took him number 2 overall. Ball remains in Southern California, making the short trip from UCLA to Staples Center after leading the nation in assists. The Lakers got the player they hope will lead them back to relevance.
Welcome the new face of the Lakers, the guy who I think will lead us back to where we want to get to. We want to start building a successful team, and you have to have a great leader and somebody that can make their teammates better, somebody who has incredible basketball IQ. His IQ is off the charts, and somebody who can get their teammates to follow them and want to get out on that wing like James Worthy and Byron Scott and Michael Cooper used to do back in the day. We feel that we have that person right here in Lonzo Ball.
How do you deal with the pressure of the expectations? It's probably as much on you as any rookie in Laker history, frankly. And how do you deal with that?
Bill, it wasn't none on me. He's the first rookie with pressure? Bill, I thought you loved me. We won a championship, my rookies. Okay, Bill. I got him good, didn't I?
Well, the support here is great, so it's not just me. And playing a game of basketball, which I've been playing my whole life, so it's fun to me. I know it's going to be fun here, so I'm not really worried about all that.
Lonzo Ball has a lot of talent, a lot of intangibles, obviously, and everyone talks about his vision. He's also just 19 years of age. A lot heaped on him right now. And Rob Pelinka said it on draft night, this team needs superstar players. So as far as Ball is concerned, does he project as a star or a piece?
I think he definitely projects as a star. We don't know for sure just yet. It's the inexact science. We talk about the NBA draft, but you look at the intangibles. You look at the fact that this guy is dynamic in the open court. He makes all his teammates better. He's able to play and get steals. He has the excellent court vision. And the best thing I see that he does is he puts the ball right where it needs to be. He doesn't just make the pass, he makes the right pass the right way. And that's big time to a shooter, because the ball being off a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right is the difference between a guy making and missing a shot. Lonzo Ball gets the ball where it needs to be. He makes all his teammates better. And then at the same time, you hear the Jason Kidd comparisons because of how he plays and how he finds his teammates. But he shoots the ball way better than Jason Kidd did at this stage in the game. He's a 41% three-point shooter. Jason Kidd was shooting 28% his freshman year at Cal. So you're looking at a kid that can shoot the ball from deep, but at the same time make everybody better, get out in transition the way Magic Johnson talked about, and maybe get back to this old-school Laker days of when it was showtime. This is the kid that can bring showtime back.
The stuff between the rim and the three-point area, that's still a work in progress for Lonzo Ball. How far are he and the Lakers away from getting to where they're accustomed to being?
How far can I see?
Yeah, exactly.
Look, they're a long way, but I like this pick. This is a building block. They got some other pieces, and the Lakers going to keep going. This kid does one thing that all players like. He passes the ball, he's unselfish. Factor in the fact that he's 6'6", he can look over other point guards. He's a better athlete than what people realize. And when you start looking at Brandon Ingram, you start looking at Lonzo Ball, you start looking at Julius Randle, now you see the Lakers as talent. They're starting to add the right pieces. And so now the thing is, let this young man get out there and play. Let him play through his mistakes. In 2 or 3 years, you're going to know if you got that guy. And we all believe it because the confidence, the way he carries himself. He reminds me of another guy that was sitting beside him, Magic Johnson, from the standpoint that anytime you're a willing passer and you want, and guys want to get out and run and get easy baskets, guys are going to want to come play with you, and it's infectious throughout the team. I think it's a great pick for the Lakers, and I think he's going to be everything that Magic Johnson wanted him to be.
Well, there are lots of tangibles, measurables that work for Lonzo Ball, including his size. Somebody out there has probably figured out a metric for vision, but he's got that, and it's off the chart.
But, man, you know what I like more than anything? As egregious as his dad can be at times, This young man never loses his composure. He just sits back, he takes it all in, and then he goes out on the floor and get the job done. So I don't think all the circus around him, he's had the circus.
Absolutely.
Being in L.A. is not going to bother him.
He's lived it, and he joins this group of UCLA lottery picks, which includes a couple of All-Stars, possible MVP, and a slam dunk champ in Zach LaVine. Here's a look at Lonzo's big night in Brooklyn.
Hopefully it's a good night. I'm going to be feeling good tonight, so just came in the suit I picked out, and I'm going to be rocking it. And that's about it. Got the shoes. Now it's just all smiles, and can't wait to hear my name called.
I feel good. Tonight should be a good time. My family's here. I'm looking forward to have a good night.
With the second pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball from UCLA.
This guy was remarkable. He had the third most assists by any freshman in Division I history.
What's up, Zoe? It's Rob and Irvin and Luke.
How everybody doing?
Everything good. We're ready to get started and have you be the face of this great organization of the Lakers, okay?
Okay, sounds good to me.
I feel good. Dream come true. Stay home. I can't wait to play.
He always wanted to go to the Lakers and the NBA, so we're just proud of him.
You got to help us take us to the playoff again, man.
It's my job.
Yeah.
He about to bring Showtime back to the Lakers, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
Definitely setting in right now. Play for the hometown, and I just can't wait to get on the court. Tonight was great. You know, happy they called my name. I'm coming back home.
One of, if not the most talked about prospect in this class, often not even because of who Lonzo is, but instead of who his relatives are. Is it too soon to evaluate Magic as a president at this point?
No, I don't think it is at all. So often we associate the moves you make before you really make your home run moves. Magic had a very specific job to do in terms of figuring out what needed to be removed from this roster before you made this draft pick. Getting rid of, and there's no other way to say it, getting rid of D'Angelo Russell and Timothy Mozgov's contract was a masterstroke from Magic. You then draft Lonzo Ball and put in place the young point guard that you hope to lead you to wherever this path goes. I think Magic so far is off to a fantastic start.
Well, where does it go? The Paul George name is one that is floating around a lot when we're talking about L.A. What needs to happen? What is next?
Well, look, you got free agency, you know, to look forward to next summer as much or more so than this summer for the Lakers. You know, Paul George, another LA kid thinking about coming home, has made it clear what his intentions are. So now if you're the Lakers, you got to figure out that bluff game. You know, do you figure out a way to keep all of your assets and sign Paul George in free agency, or do you have to do something before that? I think this is where Magic and Rob Pelinka earn their stripes between now and then. It's how do you play this game, how do you manage it, and how do you continue to develop this young talent with Luke Walton's staff in the process.
Well, speaking of developing young talent, coming up next after an appearance in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Celtics are making moves. We're going to talk about what's next. Plus, we'll be joined by Celtics insider Sherrod Blakely. Don't go away.